This engine bay is disgusting. Well, I don't think it's disgusting, but overall, it's pretty dirty. Valve cover's dirty, heat shield's dirty, everywhere is dirty. There's dirt, like, everywhere. So the plan today is to paint both the valve cover and the heat shield and worry about everything else another day because it's dirty. So first things first, we're gonna take off the heat shield. There should be 4 bolts and they should all be a 10 mil, so let's get those off. So bad news, 2 of the bolts are already stripped and one of them I can't get to right now, so I can't really test. It doesn't matter because the other 2 are stripped, so I've applied some WD-40 to all 3 of them. Got this one out, and I think that's just tomorrow's job. So we're gonna focus back on the valve cover for now, and let's get that off and cleaned up.
10 minutes later.
All right, so took all the bolts off. Should just be able to slide your cover off, and it's dirty as fuck. So we're gonna place this neatly somewhere.
The dust fell.
I know. Place this neatly right here right now. Try not to get any dust in it right now. And make sure I didn't get any dust in here. Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so we're in the car, going to Walmart. We're gonna get heat resistant primer, tape. I need gas, because we're super low, and apparently we're stopping at a green light. And what else do I need? Oh, degreaser. And yeah, that should be it. So pulling to the gas station, show you guys how much it is to fill up the RC 350. And yeah, we're gonna get taking this valve cover off. $62. Fun. Weekly. Very fun. Okay, so everything else we needed has been acquired at the Walmart. Now, let's head home.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. Fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
Already started taking some of the valve cover off, but let's finish that off. Now I suggest you also get a new valve cover, which I will also be doing. Oh, let's get that. Come on. Holy stuck. Good. No, I'm not reusing this, so I'm just gonna throw it over there. All right, I didn't record, but I got everything plugged off, taped up, and now we're going to clean it. All right, so it's about the next day, and I got some sandpaper and sanding sponge. So we're just gonna kind of go around all this and get it to this nice metal. I already did a little bit right here, trying to just see how it would look. And yeah, like right here, that's probably what I did the most. You can see, it looks a lot better. So we're gonna get going on that. Everything's sanded down, everything's cleaned. So now I got all the holes covered up, and now I'm going to prime it. All right, so I got this high heat automotive primer. I'm gonna start off with light coats and then get heavier as it goes on. Then we're gonna let it dry and put the black paint on. All right, so finished priming. I'm gonna let it dry. But as you can see, you know, since we're outside, little things have fallen on. A little hair right there too, my little eyelash. This is just me being bad. But this isn't for perfection anyways. This is just to make it look a little better. You can always redo some of these parts, but this right here, that's me. That's just being outside. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. I tried to layer it on better, you know, than my car. And yeah, so we're gonna wait for this to dry, and then we're gonna put on the paint. All right, so now I got it covered up so nothing else falls on it. We're gonna paint it soon. All right, guys, so it's the next day. Not 24 hours, but it's the morning. It's been about 14, 15 hours maybe. And so it downpoured a lot last night. Everything's wet. Wood's wet, ground's wet. And this did not come out exactly how I wanted it to because there was gaps. It's not perfectly sitting on this wood here, and it was downpouring so much where I didn't have any place to put this inside, and I didn't want to pick it up and get it all wet because it was freshly painted about like an hour or two after, so I didn't want it to get too wet. So I was just kind of relying on the hope factor that this thing would be okay overnight, and it doesn't look terrible, but don't know what that's going on. There's like condensation inside there, and so it condensated down and little droplets got everywhere. I'm assuming that's what that is because I saw it when I came out here. This is probably just me. Don't know how that happened. Got all wet here, white around here. But a little bit of a failed project, but we're gonna slap it back on anyways. Not gonna run it yet, but we're gonna slap it back on anyways. Probably redo it another time, but it'll look a lot better than it did before, so let's slap that back on now. Here in my garage, my Lamborghini. But you know what I love better than cars?
Knowledge.
Now that we're in my garage, we're gonna take off all the tape and paper towels out of all the holes, and then we're gonna slap this back in here. All right, so all the tape and paper towels are off. See, it's not perfect. A little bit of black on some of the rings here. Didn't want to do that, but it's all good. Doesn't matter. It's going to be covered up by the coils anyways, so we're going to slap this baby back on, the Miata. So we got the valve cover on. I put all the bolts in, didn't torque them down yet, but they're all in. This was probably the most pain in my butt to push in. Like, it was literally just duh, duh, duh. But we're all good, we're in. So we're gonna torque all these down. Make sure there's no specific way to do it. I'm gonna look it up. We'll do that, and then should be done with this valve cover. It has got to be so hot and so humid in here and just outside in general. I think it's probably around 90 degrees right now. So I am sweating. But everything's torqued down, looks ready to go. We're gonna put the coils back in. And I did put the gasket back on. I know some people might point that out, but I did put the gasket back on. I didn't say I did, but I did. And now I almost forgot one thing after that. So we got the coils in, obviously. I just put this on because I did forget that you gotta put the hoses back on to run the car properly. So here's the PCV valve and the hose. And then I forgot that these go here, so I have to undo these two bolts and put this hose back on. And now everything is back on and final product. Now obviously nothing is perfect. That's not the best job, but it's not the worst. It definitely looks better than before. I'll show you the before and I'll show you the after right here. Aww. So yeah, it definitely looks a little better than before. I'm happy with it for now. I'll be satisfied for a while. I got big plans for the Miata, as you know, every person who buys a Miata says, and then they don't do. Might be me. Hopefully not though. Hopefully these plans can come to fruition and to truth. So that'll be all for today's video. Thank you for watching, joining me on this. If you are here right now, please leave a sub, leave a like, very greatly appreciated. Trying to grow. I'd like to hit 1,000 subs, soon. I'm at 335 right now, so we'll see what we can do. Thank you guys for supporting and watching the full length of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.